Today we are back in Grand Junction. We are going to check out, they're opening a new trail off Billings Canyon, so they're holding kind of a trail breaking event for it. So they got a bunch of people from out of town that came to open up the new trail. So I'm excited. Anytime you can open a new trail rather than hear of a trail closing, that's a good thing. So the Grand Mesa Jeep Club has done an awesome job at opening new trails for the Grand Junction area. So I'm really excited to go see this.
This is the official opening of the new trail called Pinch Point. Pinch Point is located just off Billings Canyon Jeep Trail in Grand Junction, Colorado. We didn't get to catch the first two drivers driving through this section, but we did get to catch Mad Cow here making his way through the Pinch Point obstacle. This particular trail opening was part of the Rock Junction event. Rock Junction is an event where there's organized trail rides of the different trails on the western slope area. You can sign up for and then go run them with people that can show you around. Mad Cow is driving a small single-seat competition style buggy. You can see he's got to go high up on that right side wall and then fall into the notch. John Springer is a Western Colorado local, so it's cool to see him get to be part of this event. Springer goes high up on that passenger wall as well, and then what he does is get his belly up on that wall and then try and work the rear steer to crab walk across it. There's a point that sticks out right there where he's at that makes it more difficult to just crab walk straight across this. Don't forget to stay tuned till the end of this video, because after these guys go through it, we're going to take our turn at taking on this trail as well. Once you get to this point, you pretty much have to fall sideways into the crack that's at the end of this, and then use your cage to help spin you into place. This is a very technical type obstacle. It's definitely not something that you're going to power through with some skinny pedal. As we move up ahead, here's Michael Brassanini on the exit of this trail. Now Michael's no stranger to Colorado, as he used to live in Colorado as well. However, now he spends most of his time out in the Sand Hollow area. You can see there was quite a large showing of people who were interested in seeing this new trail being open. You can also see, looking at the crowd, a number of different YouTube channels out there as well. He's doing a great job just crawling this and not using any extra throttle. One thing to note is just how loose the rock is on a brand new trail in Colorado that's being opened. What I'm getting at is the top ledge up there is going to change quite a bit depending on the number of cars that run it. And some of those rocks up on the top are going to end up getting pulled down, which is going to make this breakover even a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, that stuff's gonna move a lot. Next, you see all those loose rocks up there fall down into the bottom. Might make the ledge a little shorter though, when some of those get pulled down. But it could make the breakover worse though too, because you don't have them to grab onto. This wall's gonna change a lot in the next few years. There'll be stuff all over it.
Now it's Mad Cow's turn to take on this exit. This is the last obstacle along this trail. After you finish this obstacle, you go back up and around and drop into the original trail.
Next time you guys come through, you might want to come through in like September, April. Right. Is Mike going out there for that? Is that? Mike? Oh yeah, we got it. They were looking for other people, so we told them, hey, Mike's going to help out on Scratch and Dent, and so yeah, Scratch and Dent and Topless. The end of July. Yeah, so anybody can sign up for it and sign up. You just go to Great American Crawl's website. Yeah.
So last time I checked, it's still closed. So.
Oh, it's been open for a long time.
Well, this has been a while back. I kind of forgot about it. Now we're gonna sign up for it.
This should be a good time. It'll be cool. They're getting the full permit from the BLM and all that stuff. Nice. That's what's nice about those single seaters. The motor's off to the side and stuff. You're not sitting on top of the transfer case and stuff like all of ours. You stay that much lower.
After running the middle line, they put up $100 for him to draw back in the right line and go up the far left line. There's actually 3 different lines on this end of canyon type obstacle. Those cones there is like kind of clean stones. Yeah, don't get in. When I first looked at the left line, it didn't look like it would be too bad because on the passenger side there's basically a ramp that goes up to the top. However, on the driver's side there's a lot more of an undercut ledge. That looks like it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get that front axle up and over the top. Once he gets that front axle up and over that ledge, he can now work at pulling that rear axle up and over as well. This is another one of those obstacles that's going to continue to change a lot over the years. I have a feeling those two trees right in the middle there aren't going to last very long. Springer starts working his way up the middle line. That right front passenger tire starts to get a little light.
We were thinking about just kind of... He's in a bad spot now because that tire's behind the rock. And he's losing some gas.
This is a tricky spot to be in because his ram is hitting that big rock right behind his axle. So if he backs up too quick, he could flip right over.
Giving Wee Rock a shot with my daughter driving in that spot and just kind of in some of like the sportsman classes. I'd like to come out more of those events. The next one's in Vernal, that's coming through. Yeah, so it's only like 2 weeks away.
Shortly after that's Rangeley, isn't it?
Not Rangeley this year.
They're not doing Rangeley this year?
Yeah, last year it was Rangeley and this year it's Vernal.
I thought they did both of them.
They might have. See, when there was the Supercross,
he's able to slowly maneuver it backwards off that rock. You could see the axle took a jump there and became dislodged off of the big rock, so he can reposition.
So like when we go to the
he ends up repositioning to the far right line. The far right line doesn't have as sharp of a breakover angle at the top.
Mid-America needs to go in and make their own version of hammers.
He's able to find a little bit more traction and able to start working it up this spot. So you can see here, this exit has 3 different lines on it. Each of these lines has distinctly different features. We start walking back to go get our buggies. Along the way, we find Rory Irish, Mr. Trailmater himself, working the pinch point obstacle in his drag axle buggy.
Get close. How are we looking on that rock? You're up now. See if you can do a front gig up. Right. We're shoving you off.
way to get there. Turn driver. Don't back up. Right there. Hold on a second.
All right, I got you.
Hold on a second. You good?
I see it. I'm on you.
Maybe just a hair more driver. Tiny bit.
If I turn more driver, will that boost it?
Yeah, maybe.
I gotta say, I give him credit for trying this section. However, I don't see how a non-rear steer car could actually make it through this spot. I've made it through all the other rock crawling trails in Colorado with a non-rear steer car. However, this particular spot I don't think I could get my non-rear steer car into. It's just way too tight. I didn't stick around to see how he got out of that. However, we went back to go get our buggies. Now it was our turn to give this trail a shot. The trail starts off with some nuisance rock along the way and some different diff hanger type rock that you start working your way through.
That's a pretty interesting little hole, right?
And here's the official sign for Pinch Point, basically stating the new trail that you're on. You can also see a one-way sign off to the left. What that means is that you stay one way at this point, go up and around the loop and drop back in that same spot. Here's Jason Crick starting to work his way through that pinch point spot. Jason starts to crab walk right across this spot. However, there's a rock that sticks out that keeps it from being super easy. So you gotta back up and go forward a couple times to get past that particular spot. Does a combination of rear steer and front digs to keep sliding this buggy down through this spot. Once he gets down to this spot, he can start to fall into the crack at the end.
Oh, I know. Scale's always good. Perspective.
Now it's my turn to start working through this obstacle. My plan is to approach it the same way that Jason just did. Try to get that front end high up on that wall early.
What's that?
I start to crab walk it across this wall. However, my front end might be a little high on that wall. I probably should have been down next to the lower wall just a little bit more. I start to find myself in a weird Austin Powers type situation where I'm just moving back and forth slowly without really making much ground. The reason why is because my belly's hitting that point that I was talking about earlier.
Can you keep doing that more? Now rear the other way when you back it up. More rear. You got to back your, swing your end over. Keep coming, you got up. That's it.
Just a warning for those who want to venture into this trail, this is the only way in, and the way out is up and around the next few obstacles. So if anything happens in here, well, recovery's not going to be fun. I finally get the belly past that point that's been hanging me up. Now I can start to make a little bit more progress working towards the driver's side. Right here, I can't back up any farther, so I really need to turn sharper and get it moving more driver. This time I'm able to get the rear turned sharp enough to get past that point and start making some progress again.
Bob, let's take the front down a little bit. Let it back all the way up.
One of the cars just in front of us ends up falling into a crack. This particular spot gets interesting as well. Jason starts working his way through this crack. It's a really fine line on what it takes to straddle this crack and not fall in.
You're barely on.
Once he gets near the end of the crack and has to start going up that wall, he puts it in a front dig so he can get that front axle to climb up and over that ledge. Now I can continue working my way back through this wedge.
Rob, front, dig the front down. Dig that front over.
I put it in the front only to see if I can get it to spin into place and fall against that wall. I put it back into all four and back up so that I can reposition.
Get him on.
Yeah, there you go.
This time it falls into a better place so that now I can continue making progress forward.
Wash it in the cooler. Go, M's helper. Why did you spray in the eye? Cooler water right now.
I could hear the kids screaming about something in the distance and that they were fighting about something, but I figured my wife had it taken care of. I was able to use my roll cage to hold me up and keep me from tipping over any farther. After that, the buggy spun right into place and climbed right out of this crack. Immediately after the pinch point is another V-wedge type obstacle, and at first this one didn't look too bad. However, watching a few other people go through it, I realized it's a little trickier than it looks. I knew that I had to let my right front passenger tire drop a little bit onto that lower ledge. However, I let it drop a little bit too much.
Back it up further. What? Go back.
I back out and get re-lined up again. This time I'm gonna try to get that passenger tire to drop in the right spot.
Turn your rear. More in the rear. There you go. A little more in the rear.
Right behind my head, I've got a large radiator fan, and then I also have a transmission cooler. So sometimes it's hard to hear what people are saying to me when you're sitting inside there. This time, I don't keep my front driver tire high enough on the wall, and I start to drop that down the wall.
Hey, driver in the rear, here.
What's going on?
Driver in the rear, just a hair. Right there. Keep that. Go forward.
I try to go forward, however, I start to feel I'm slipping further and further off.
Were you in just rear only? No. Shit.
Hey, hold up. Straight in the rear.
At this point, I'm starting to get bound up pretty good.
What? He was doing good.
Hey, hold on. Back the front up. Turn passenger and back the front up on that wall.
You can see from this inside perspective just how bound up I was against those rocks. But I decided that I believed I could back out of this. I was just going to have to scrape those rocks real hard.
Keep your front up there. Keep your rear, you track your rear all the way and try your...
I want to just back out of it and try it again. I'm okay.
If you can,
I can.
you gotta keep that front tire in front there.
Yeah. It'll back out.
Alright, here we go. The third time's a charm.
You might straighten the back.
Don't
though.
forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, let us know what you think of this new trail.
More in the back.
Straight to the front.
I start to lose the back, however, I'm able to recover and keep it without having to fully align again.
Or passenger in the rear.
Who's that rear? Hey, let's keep coming. Take your rear out, keep coming forward. Keep that rear up on that side over there.
Straighten the rear again. More in the rear to the driver. There you go.
Finally, I find myself in the right spot.
You're good.
Once I get to this wall at the end, I try to start climbing up it in four-wheel drive, but you can see my rear suspension on load. That's how bound up it was. I'm going to have to put it in the front only to climb up and over this. I would consider that V-wedge type section obstacle number 2 along this trail. This is Jamie in his brand new, freshly built portal buggy. This is his first weekend taking this buggy out, and he's been taking it out on the shakedown run, and this thing's been working awesome. Now we start working our way up to the exit. I decide that I'm going to try that middle line.
You might be able to get that, Rob.
Right here, I should have just stayed on this line to drive up and out. However, I wanted to continue to work that left line. At this point, it feels really steep because that back tire falls into that hole on the driver's side, making it nearly vertical. I was trying to get that driver's side rear on that notch that was sticking out of that wall. start working it any way I can. Working the front, working the rear, trying to find traction anywhere it'll bite. Right here, I felt like it was gonna go. I felt it biting and I felt it pulling. Although in the process, I turn up a huge rock. That's what Jason's kicking at under my tire. It was a huge rock that was sticking up right under my rock slider. From this point, you can now see that rock between my front and rear driver's side tire. That rock was pretty huge. I didn't think there's any way I was going to be able to drive over top of it. From this point, you can see a better view of that rock. I tried working it every way I can to get that rock out of there. However, if I backed up, my rear ram could end up hitting that rock down below, causing me to flip over. The rock that I ended up turning up is one that I ended up needing for traction. At this point, I decided it was best just to throw cable and get off that ledge. This is the steep hill that you have to go back down to get back to the main trail. It's a loose, steep hill, and this is going to continue changing over time. I put it in the front only right here to drag that back axle, and you can see I'm just start bobsledding down this part of the hill. I probably shouldn't even took it out of four-wheel drive.
So we just went up the brand new trail in Grand Junction called Pinch Point. That was a super fun trail. Really cool to see that they're opening new trails here in Grand Junction. That's making this Billings rock crawling area that much better. I ended up getting through the Pinch Point and through the other parts of it, but I got up to the waterfall and there's 3 different lines on there. And the line I tried, I pulled down some rocks and got hung up on my belly. But I think I could have made the line just to the right of that, but oh well, we'll give it a shot next time we're here. But this was a great day, super cool.